You're watching ABC 7 News at 5:30.
Welcome back. The city of Sarasota is doing its part to fight against pollution and potentially red tide. The city partnering with Sarasota County and the Southwest Florida Water Management District to install a new stormwater runoff treatment system that could help prevent red tide blooms from growing.
ABC 7's Jackie Kelly tells us about this new filtration system and how it came about. Jackie?
Scott, Jacqueline, I'm here at the 10th Street boat ramp where the project came about after the city was dredging part of the ramp for a previous project and noticed tons of silt and organic material that wasn't good for the bay. They then decided to go ahead with this new filtration system. The city of Sarasota spent around $1.1 million on a new 18 feet wide, 24 feet long baffle box to capture and store debris.
It is something really concrete that is keeping organic matter, nutrients, nitrogen out of our bay by catching all of that before it leaks in there at 10th Street.
The water that gets released into the 10th Street boat ramp comes from all over the city.
It carries water from about 325 acres of drainage area downtown. Over to Orange, down to Fruitville, everything comes this way and then ends up in the boat basin.
The city says staff will clean it every 3 months and dispose of the debris properly. The box was cleaned for the first time since being installed in August, and this is what they found. Everything from leaves to plastic to tires.
A lot of folks don't realize that those storm drains are going straight out to the bay without being filtered. So by catching this, it's preventing that from harming wildlife.
And along with helping wildlife, the city hopes it will help prevent red tide blooms from growing.
We know that nitrogen and phosphorus and nutrients prolong and worsen red tide events, and so this is a way that this is the city doing their part and trying to prevent those nutrients from getting into the water and worsening red tide.
City officials say that this device should help remove up to 100,000 pounds each year of debris that would otherwise end up in the bay. Reporting live in Sarasota, Jackie Kelly, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, Jackie, thank you so much. Great system there to keep our bay clean. Yeah. And you can see from the sky behind Jackie there, blue skies, beautiful evening for trick-or-treating.
It really is, and if they haven't already headed out to some of those areas where you can trick-or-treat, they may want to sometime soon. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan to see what the weather will look like out there. Bob?
Yeah, things looking pretty good for the trick-or-treaters tonight. The Van Wezel webcam right there near Jackie showing clear skies overhead, calm conditions out on the seas too, and looks like it'll stay that way overnight. Things start to change for those boaters tomorrow as those winds and seas will start to pick up a little bit. But for this evening, just a beautiful night. We'll have a half moon too, and with the clear skies, it'll keep things a little brighter because it can be dangerous sometimes, obviously with all those masks on. And rain for Friday, that's what we're looking for right now. Some showers and maybe even a few isolated thunderstorms. The chance for thunderstorms, though, is pretty small right now, 20%. Rain chance is fairly high, though. And then another chance for showers again on Sunday afternoon, as yet the front works its way back northward as a warm front as another area of low pressure develops over the lower Mississippi Valley. But currently, it's generally fair, 84 degrees, and the humidity staying pretty low and comfortable, and the dew point is looking really nice right now at 61 degrees. And as far as the overall rain goes, it's well to the north and west of us right now, so things looking good. We'll have more a little bit later. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. With the midterm election less than a week away now, ABC's Stephanie Ramos takes a look at how the race is shaping up and if recent events in the country will play any role in the outcome on Election Day.
President Trump is trying to rally support for Republican candidates, mainly in tight Senate races right up until Election Day.
I think that the president's the best messenger for the party.
As Republicans and Democrats battle it out in this final week of campaigning, they've had to adjust their messaging in response to recent events like the serial pipe bomber, the Pittsburgh synagogue shooting, and the caravan of migrants headed toward the U.S. The president requesting thousands of U.S. troops to guard the U.S.-Mexico border. California Senator Dianne Feinstein seeking a sixth term, mocking Trump's decision.
The numbers are more than the troops in Syria and Iraq combined, and I think it's kind of ridiculous.
The alleged gunman in the synagogue shooting made reference to the approaching caravan and the danger it might pose to Americans. And in response to the mail bombs, the president stated that the IEDs mailed to prominent Democrats was the media's doing.
To see external events crash their way into the campaign, it has just created the worst kind of backdrop for politics.
And with less than 1 week to go before Election Day, President Trump says he plans to issue an executive order eliminating birthright citizenship for children born to undocumented immigrants in the U.S. Representative Carlos Corbello, who is fighting for his seat in South Florida, responded.
It's a shame that the president has decided to raise this issue, especially so close to an election.
Early voting is already underway in 33 states. So far, 16 states have surpassed early voting records. In Washington, Stephanie Ramos, ABC News.
Well, we are less than a week away from Election Day. Both candidates here in Florida's heated gubernatorial race making last-minute campaign stops around the state. Republican Ron DeSantis stopping here on the Suncoast earlier this morning at Dolphin Aviation in Sarasota. He pointed out what he calls stark differences between him and his opponent, Democrat Andrew Gillum, saying he supports the military and officers, claiming Gillum does not. In an interview after today's rally, DeSantis talked about red tide and specifically Lake Okeechobee.
And then we're going to work with the Army Corps to reevaluate some of the criteria they use in terms of discharging this water. The fact of the matter is they have no regard in their determination for the effects that it has on the way of life and the economies of the coastal communities, and that's just wrong. So I think that there's things that can be done there. So that's kind of in the interim period. Then obviously having the infrastructure in place so that you don't need to have the water discharge is the ultimate solution.
DeSantis will finish today campaigning with President Trump in Fort Myers. That event starts at 7 o'clock at Hertz Arena.
Hundreds of people turned out this morning to hear from DeSantis' Democratic opponent, Andrew Gillum. This is Gillum's second stop in Northwest Florida. He encouraged people to get out and vote and also talked about a wide range of topics, including education, global warming and climate change, Medicaid, and gun reform. Gillum had support from different groups, including a crowd of veterans. The day so many have been anticipating all month long is finally here, Halloween. The Manatee County Sheriff's Office suggesting parents tag along for trick-or-treating with their kids. And if you can't, there are a few tracking apps you can get on your phone to know where your kids are at all times. Life 360 provides a private map that will allow you to track your kids while they're on the go, while FBI Child ID saves pictures and information on all of your children just in case they wander off. Now, a spokesperson for the County Sheriff's Office says parents can also make sure their kids are safe by following these simple steps.
Parents need to try to get the small kids out before it gets dark, and then make sure that the kids have costumes that are visible. You can get ones that glow in the dark or have little lights, give them a flashlight. Again, stay with your kids so they're not out there by themselves. Walk on the sidewalks if you can, stay off of busy streets, going to neighborhoods that you're familiar with.
Warren says parents should also check all the goodies the kids bring home. Anything that doesn't seem to be in its original packaging or is homemade should be thrown away. And check to make sure the candy hasn't been tampered with at all and that it's not expired either.
Well, Thriller is returning to St. Armand's Circle tonight for Fright Night. Sarasota High School's drama department will be getting zombified, performing Michael Jackson's Thriller dance. There will also be haunted storefronts and trick-or-treating around the circle for kids. The spooks all start at 6 o'clock and end at 8:30. Also, a community trick-or-treat stroll starts at 6 p.m. in Bradenton. There will be child-friendly decorations and friendly villagers passing out treats until 8 p.m. in the Villages of the Arts area. Always love Halloween. Great night.
It is. Still to come in your Suncoast news, especially candy corn. Right?
Yes, we love candy corn.
How regular exercise could reduce fall-related injuries for those with dementia and Alzheimer's.
And we'll tell you about Uber's new monthly subscription that lets riders avoid unexpected surge pricing.
Blue 32, hot, hot. It's
It's the Gatto Gridiron Challenge. The game's on to sell 2,000 vehicles. 12 teams compete for the #1 spot. Score a great deal at every Gatto dealership. Buy with 0 down. Make no payments for 90 days. Choose from 14 of your favorite brands, all on sale. Who will make it to the end zone? You decide. Rush to a Gatto location near you or visit Gatto.com.
Gatto's got it.
Enjoy fine wine and great foods, all while supporting a great cause. It's the 17th annual Suncoast Food and Wine Fest, happening Saturday, November 10th from 1 to 4 p.m. at the Premier Sports Campus in Lakewood Ranch. Taste hundreds of wines from around the world and sample great food from the area's finest restaurants. All proceeds go to local charities and Rotary projects. For tickets and information, visit suncoastfoodandwinefest.com.
My grandpa was always telling me about it.
But the civil rights thing happened like 1,000,000 years ago.
Still, he thought it was important that I know what it was like.
So we followed the civil rights trail to Alabama. We saw Dr. King's church,
The bridge in Selma, the church in Birmingham, and I finally knew what he was talking about.
Some things you just have to experience for yourself.
Start your civil rights journey at alabama.travel.
So why should your choices be ordinary? Ghibli, the absolute opposite of ordinary.
Experience it at Sunset Maserati, Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you. Watch ABC 7 wherever you are, on our live stream, on mysuncoast.com, on the ABC 7 My Suncoast app, powered by the Eye Associates, providing sight for life, featuring traffic maps and live radar, dining with recipes, and My Suncoast Restaurant Guide. Visit mysuncoast.com. Click on the Apps tab to download the ABC 7 My Suncoast app for Apple and Android.
I was so congested, and neti pots, drugs, and nasal sprays were just not doing the job. I was sure nothing would work until I tried the My Pure Mist-Free steam inhaler. My doctor told me that steam is a really effective natural decongestant. With my little personal spa, I am free to breathe. It's the only cordless and the only ultra-pure steam inhaler. If allergies or sinus congestion is holding you back, you need to try the My Pure Mist-Free.
Get the cordless My Pure Mist at Target, Bed Bath & Beyond, Walgreens, or Amazon.
Once you get atrial fibrillation, you need to have a very close relationship with your primary doctor. Prevention is the whole ball game here, because once you have a stroke, you can't undo it. A year without stroke, it's a year that you can enjoy doing the things that you've worked all your life to finally get to do. You took care of yourself. You did what is necessary for you to be around one more year. And then next year, we'll celebrate one more year without a stroke.
Researchers say regular exercise reduces fall-related injuries for those with dementia and Alzheimer's. A new study found that staying active caused nerve fibers in the brain to deteriorate at a much slower rate than for those who did not exercise as frequently. Let's check in now with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan for a look at our spectacular forecast. Bob.
It is, too. It's nice out there for the kids going out there and all the parents tagging along, making sure everyone's safe, and be careful out there, obviously. This is a lot of office parties all across the Suncoast this evening. Comprehensive Child Care Association. These are all the, what is it, the Superman in there, Batman and Robin, many other characters that you see right there. Superwoman. We can see that right there. Great costumes, and we had a great costume party here as well. Holmes Beach webcam showing nice weather out there for Halloween, and the folks taking in the beach. The east wind really helped out with any harmful impacts of that red tide today, and should be a gorgeous sunset. Happy Halloween to everyone. We are looking for beautiful skies tonight, fair skies as a result of that high pressure ridge. Here comes the change, though. It's bringing some rough weather. Bad news for those trick-or-treaters now, and southeast portions of Oklahoma tonight, northern sections of Arkansas, all the way up into Missouri. some very heavy rainfall there, even the possibility of some severe weather. That severe weather threat is going to stay well to our north. In fact, the chance for thunderstorms is really quite small. We may see a few, but generally showers expected on into Friday. Well, those winds will be a bit stronger tomorrow. You'll see a bit breezier conditions, anywhere from 10 to 20 miles an hour at times. And they'll be out of the southeast to south throughout the day, and then eventually turning more to the southwest. Unfortunately, that will have an impact on some of the area beaches in terms of some red tide problems there. As the waves get a little higher, of course, it becomes aerosolized, and with that wind coming onshore, it could blow some of that harmful impact of the red tide back onto area beachgoers, so keep that in mind. High pressure, though, does slip off to the east. This is the Futurecast showing you with the GFS model, and here comes the line of storms. Pretty intense tomorrow afternoon in places like Alabama and northwest Georgia near Atlanta. And then that front kind of falls apart, though, as it enters into the Gulf of Mexico. We'll see a few scattered showers late tomorrow afternoon and evening. Not much. And then the moisture increases on Friday in advance of the actual front. And then throughout most of the morning, scattered showers, a mixture of sun and clouds on Friday morning. And then the actual front starts to work its way through late in the evening and bring with it a chance for some rainfall. Now, the Titan radar picture not depicting any rainfall from Georgia through the Carolinas all the way down into Florida. And that's a direct result of the dry air that's in place in the upper levels of the atmosphere. This is the water vapor imagery. It's starting to moisten up to the west, though, and north of us. Hourly planner tomorrow looks to be pretty good. I mentioned that slight chance for a few showers late in the day. Temperatures will warm a few degrees above average, and you'll notice that, too, a higher humidity on that. Now, this is a longer range model showing you that front coming down on Friday afternoon and evening, bringing with it some showers. But you'll notice that it's been just mainly dark green. That means moderate to heavier showers, not a lot of thunderstorm activity around. High pressure builds in temporarily, scoots out of here Sunday afternoon. The front works its way back northward as a warm front, and we get a chance for some showers Sunday afternoon and evening. And then again on Tuesday, as yet another weak front moves on through and brings with it a chance for some showers as far as that goes. Now, and this is Oscar, what's left of Oscar. It's no longer a tropical system, but it is a pretty big low pressure area that continues to move very rapidly off to the north-northeast. Top winds are still pretty strong at 75 miles an hour. We've had 15 storms, 8 hurricanes, and 2 major ones, Oscar being the last, which was a Category 2 at one point. The next named storm up is Patty. So our high today, by the way, at 86 degrees. Winds out of the east-southeast at 15 knots. Seas will be 2 to 3 feet with a moderate chop on the bays and inland waters. The extended forecast looks pretty good tomorrow. I mentioned that rain chance on Friday afternoon and evening mainly, and then a slight chance for a morning shower on Saturday. It looks good, though, a bit cooler, 78 for your high. We gain an hour on Sunday, and we get a better chance for showers in the afternoon as that front makes its way northward as a warm front. And then another weak front comes down on Monday and Tuesday, bringing with it a chance for a few passing showers. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. Let's take a look at your first alert traffic for the drive home. Right now, Manatee Avenue is backed up heading east and west through downtown Bradenton. US 301 is still showing some traffic in both the north and southbound lanes over the DeSoto Bridge. Scott?
Jacqueline, in Consumer News, Uber just introduced a new monthly subscription that lets riders avoid unexpected surge pricing. The plan is called Ride Pass. It starts at $14.99 a month, depending on where you live. The subscription locks in consistent flat rate prices for each ride to avoid upcharges during peak times. The plan renews automatically each month, but users can cancel it at any time. It's currently available in Los Angeles, Denver, Orlando, Miami, and Austin, Texas. No word yet if Uber plans on expanding it to more cities.
The Food and Drug Administration announcing lead will no longer be used in hair dyes. For decades, the FDA has allowed the use of lead acetate in many popular hair dyes that color hair over a gradual period of time. In an effort to keep consumers safe from the potential dangers of the lead acetate, the FDA has finalized its ruling on a color additive petition, putting a stop to the use of the chemical in hair dye moving forward. All manufacturers have 1 year to update their products and ensure that they are lead-free.
Stay with us. Entertainment news coming up next.
Reorganizing a space in your home? Save up to 15% on our premium finishes during the California Closets Autumn Upgrade event. Contact us today for a free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Hi, I'm Chef Allen, and watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday morning on ABC 7, where we'll be serving up our most awesome dishes. Then stop by your neighborhood Publix to sample, pick up the recipe card, and all the ingredients.
If you don't want to fall immediately into love, look away. If you don't want to awaken a desire for excellence, look away. If you don't want to be seduced, please look away.
Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Maserati Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Helping families with mesothelioma is all we do. My firm has been offering a free book on mesothelioma for over 10 years. Since that time, hundreds of people with mesothelioma have trusted us to represent them. We have local offices throughout the U.S. and there is no risk to you. Mesothelioma really is all we do.
Call us at 1-800-485-6000. That's 1-800-485-6000.
Or go to mesoonlylaw.com.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
I heard about the Detoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Detoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was and some additional cancers that were not found during the biopsy. I would recommend the Detoli Cancer Center. As a group of human beings, they are unbelievably great.
Find out first at 4 with ABC 7 News at 4. First alert weather, breaking news, live updates, traffic hotspots, all at a new, more convenient time. Find out first at 4, weekdays on ABC 7.
Reorganizing a space in your home? Save up to 15% on our premium finishes during the California Closets Autumn Upgrade event. Contact us today for a free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
In entertainment news, Kanye West says he's been used to spread messages he doesn't believe in and is now distancing himself from politics.
West, who has been vocal in his support of U.S. President Donald Trump, made the statement in a series of tweets yesterday. He also referred to conservative commentator Candace Owens, who is behind the Blexit campaign, encouraging African Americans to leave the Democratic Party. It's been reported that Owens stated West had designed clothing for that campaign, a claim West denies. He says he introduced Candace to the person who made the logo, but he never wanted any association with Blexit.
Singer Barbra Streisand dislikes President Trump so much that she wrote an entire album about it. Streisand is releasing the album Walls on Friday. She says it embodies her feelings about Trump and his presidency. One single called Don't Lie to Me has already been released. Streisand says she knows not everyone will be happy about her anti-Trump album, but she stands by it. In addition to the album release, the singer is also scheduled to appear tomorrow in Carpool Karaoke on The Late Late Show with James Corden.
The life of the late rapper Mac Miller will be remembered with a benefit concert to raise funds for arts education in underserved communities. Chance the Rapper and John Mayer are expected to perform at the Mac Miller A Celebration of Life concert tonight at the Greek Theater in Los Angeles. The benefit concert will launch the Mac Miller Circles Fund in honor of the hip-hop star. Paramedics found the 26-year-old unresponsive in his home last month and declared him dead soon after. No cause of death has been announced after an autopsy was performed.
That Game of Thrones prequel you may have heard about has reportedly landed its first star, and it's a big name, Oscar nominee Naomi Watts. She'll play the lead in the Untitled HBO show that's set thousands of years before the events of the current Game of Thrones, which will return for its final season sometime next year.
When you're a horror movie legend, Halloween can be kind of rough, according to Nightmare on Elm Street star Robert Englund. He says Freddy Krueger fans know where he lives in Southern California, and some years they even flock to his house.
So I kind of have to guard it now. I put some old, mom and pop video store stand-up Freddy's in the window, and, I got some pumpkins out there, and I, stock up on peanut butter cups.
Well, he recently brought the Freddy costume back when he guest starred on the Halloween episode of ABC's The Goldbergs. Yikes. Well, at least he still celebrates and is still putting all the candy out there and have pumpkins in his yard.
And scaring a few.
Of course.
Along the way. We'll be right back with more news.
Reorganizing a space in your home? Save up to 15% on our premium finishes during the California Closet's Autumn Upgrade event. Contact us today for a free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Get more for your money at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Subaru vehicles hold their value better than any other brand for 2018, according to ALG. And Subaru is Kelley Blue Book's most trusted brand for 4 years running. The Subaru Impreza is an IIHS top safety pick for 11 years running. Lease a new Subaru Impreza today for just $182 a month, or get 0% financing with 0 down. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
It's rainy season on the Suncoast. Storms can pop up at a moment's notice. Sometimes it's just rain. Sometimes it's much worse. When severe weather strikes, trust ABC 7 First Alert Weather. We're here for you. Saturdays at midnight on ABC 7.
I was so congested, and neti pots, drugs, and nasal sprays were just not doing the job. I was sure nothing would work until I tried the My Pure Mist-Free steam inhaler. My doctor told me that steam is a really effective natural decongestant. With my little personal spa, I am free to breathe. It's the only cordless and the only ultra-pure steam inhaler. If allergies or sinus congestion is holding you back, you need to try the My Pure Mist-Free.
Get the cordless My Pure Mist at Target, Bed Bath & Beyond, Walgreens, or Amazon.
The thought of my sons growing up without me inspired me to quit smoking.
I talked to my doctors, and then I threw away all my cigarettes, ashtrays, and lighters.
I started exercising instead of smoking.
Letting my friends online know I was quitting kept me on track.
Staying away from alcohol when I was first quitting was key.
I kept on trying, learned something each time.
Do whatever it takes.
No matter how many times it takes.
We did it. You can too.
For free help, visit cdc.gov/tips.
As smart as our pets might be, they can't advocate for themselves. That's why it's important you make your pet part of your family's disaster preparedness plan. Talk to your veterinarian and visit banfieldfoundation.org/disaster. Don't save it for a rainy day.
Reorganizing a space in your home? Save up to 15% on our premium finishes during the California Closet's Autumn Upgrade event. Contact us today for a free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Get breaking news alerts focused on the Suncoast. Download the ABC 7 News app.